everyone, and welcome to Lovella's Coloring. How are you guys doing? I do hope that you are doing well and healthy. So, it's that time of the month to share my completed colorings for September. And as you can see, I did do a lot more colorings this September compared to the previous months. And it's probably because of the color by number books that I was able to do. It's not as much as other people, but it's a lot for myself. So yeah, I'm excited to share it with you. I do have colorings that are just markers, some are just all pencils, some are a mix of both. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy watching this video. It's one of my favorite videos to make, and especially to watch from my fellow color tubers. So yeah, again, I hope you guys enjoy. I'll go ahead and clear off my desk and we'll go ahead and get started. So, if you have been watching my channel or have been following me on Instagram for a while, you know that I like to do color alongs that are happening during the month. So, these color alongs help me decide which illustrations to color each month. So I'll try to name the people who are hosting the color alongs, and also anyone that I mention in this video. I'll have their name and especially a link to their YouTube channel if they have one down below in the video description. So we are going to start off with 100 Hugs by Chris Rydell. So I colored an illustration here for Jojo's coloring Nook. She had a color along called a Gnome for September, so I chose this page to color, and I colored it with Caran d'Ache Pablos. And you can see, I don't know if you're able to see it, hold on. But probably not able to, not enough light here. But there is Zig Wink of Stella on her wings, and then I also have Sakura Stardust on the flower, the dandelion. But yeah, not able to see it, I don't think. So yeah, so this is the page I colored here in 100 Hugs by Chris Rydell. Just leave that in there. Yep. Next book is Baydorables Minis. This is the pocket-sized cute fantasy coloring book by Selena Fennick. And the page I colored in is this one. This is the first gory looking kind of illustration I've colored before. I've never colored anything like with blood splatter, skin hanging out, brains though. So this illustration is called Brains. And yeah, so I was really inspired to just finish this coloring. I did it in one evening while rewatching Supernatural season 1 or 2. I forgot. I started the season over again before I finished it off with the final season. So anyways, I did this coloring for several color alongs. One is for Jody, Little Pickle's Colorful Life, for her hashtag Selena September. I also did it for Nikki Niagara and Thunder Junkie for hashtag Nikki Spooky Season 2020. And I also did it for Adult Coloring with Skulls for her hashtag It's Almost Halloween color along. And yeah, that's a lot of color alongs. So yeah, I tried to pick colorings that or illustrations that would go for several color alongs, because I can't color one for each. There's too many color alongs in a month. So yeah, so this is my coloring in the Baydorables Minis pocket-sized cute fantasy coloring book by Selena Fennick. The next book is A Million Mermaids, Magical Creatures to Color by Lulu Mayo. And the page I colored in here is this one. So I colored this whole page using the Felissimo 500 colored pencils, the morning set which is number 161 to 180. So I used all the colors in this set to color in this illustration. And I also used a flare gel pen. You can see it. I don't know if you can see it reflecting. And then also Zig Wink of Stella glitter brush, and also the Sakura Stardust. I don't know if you can see it, and the cat holding the triangle. It's in different parts of this page. Hard to see because there's a lot of bright light coming in, but I really love how this page came together. It looks cohesive, probably because, you know, all the colors are in one set, and that's all I used, except for the gel pens, of course. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. Lulu liked it, so I'm really happy that she did. So I used this coloring for several color alongs again. One is for Effie Colors for her Pretty Pastel September, and also for Eclair 50 for her No Background color along. So I did a lot of coloring with no backgrounds just for her color along, which helped because, you know, I didn't have to spend too much time coloring the back. So yeah, so this is my coloring in A Million Mermaids, Magical Creatures to Color by Lulu. The next book is Mythical Mermaids, Mosaic Color by Number, Enchanted Fantasy Women Under the Ocean by Color Questopia. The first page I actually did on this one was this one, which I started using with the Staedtler dual tip markers. Those are the water-based markers, and I just didn't like using that coloring to color in this kind of paper. It was very scratchy. It wasn't very appealing. I wouldn't have minded the streaks. It was just, I just didn't like the scratchy feel. So I ended up switching to Bic and Sharpie ultrafine markers, and I like that a lot better. And as you can see, in between the lines I used a silver glitter gel pen. But this page, I don't like it. I just don't understand the color theme to it. Like the necklace kind of reminds me of a stoplight. The bra didn't even match anything that's on her. I don't know, it just seems off to me, so I just didn't like this page. So I did the second page, and this time I used my own colors. I colored it the way I thought it would be appealing to me. So this is what I posted on my Instagram as my first page, because I just didn't like the other one. This is the one that I really liked, and I did use, I think it was gray or black glitter marker or glitter gel pen for in between the lines, and Bic and Sharpie ultrafine markers to color it in. And yeah, I'm really happy with the colors I chose to color this one in. Color Questopia, actually, I think they posted my coloring on their Instagram, and they like that I chose my colors, so, you know, no bad feelings or anything like that. So I'll probably do that for the rest of the illustrations in here if I feel like, you know, the colors are just not appealing to me. So yeah, so these are the two colorings I've done in Mythical Mermaids by Color Questopia. The next book is Creative Haven Floral Design Color by Number Coloring Book. This is by Jessica Mazurkowitz. And because, you know, like, I don't know, I've been doing the first page in each of my Color by Number book, but then, you know, like, anyone that has the same book will just recognize it. It'll just be the same. So I ended up just, you know, like, randomly picking a page to color, and the one that I randomly picked in this one is this one. So I used both Bic and Sharpies. Those are permanent markers. Yeah, this was fun, easy. It did, the smell was very strong because I was using alcohol markers. My daughter, when she came into the room, she was like, why does it smell like alcohol markers in here? So Yeah, after that night I had to like stop using alcohol markers for a while. But yeah, so it was a lot of fun, nice, quick, easy coloring to do in between like my bigger coloring. So yep, so this is my coloring in Creative Haven, Floral Design, Color by Number by Jessica Mazurkowitz. The next book is Color by Number Mandalas by Jade Summer. This is a new book by Jade Summer, their first color by number for mandalas. They do have a color by number for patterns, but yeah, this is actually a new book that you'll see again in my September haul, which I still have to record. But anyways, I again randomly picked pages to color, and this is one of the pages that I colored, and this was colored with big intensity or big marking and Sharpies and Parku permanent markers. I also used Sakura Stardust for the parts that are supposed to be white, so I used a clear Stardust. Yeah, pretty colors for this one. And then the second one is this one. I really like the colors that were used for this mandala. Again, same permanent markers, big Sharpies, Parku, and instead I used the Sakura metallic jelly roll, so you can see it reflecting. I was thinking that, you know, when I color a regular mandala, I should use the colors that were picked out from this color by number book. It'll be fun to see how the colors would look like in a different kind of mandala. So anyways, this was also for another color along. It was a mandala color along. I forgot what the exact hashtag was, but most of my books are going to be for my color along that I have going on, which is the hashtag Color Your Hoard 2020. So I won't say it again for the rest of them, but yeah, so this is the color by number mandalas by Jade Summer. The next one is Stained Glass, Color by Number, Little Witches. This is by Sun Life Drawing. And this is another new book that came out last month that I picked up, and you'll see again in my September haul. And I did a coloring in here for several color alongs again, one for Nikki and Niagara and Thunder Junkie, and also for adult coloring with skulls. And I randomly picked a page to color in here. I use the Parku permanent and dual tip markers to color in this illustration, and I did do reviews for both of those mediums, and yeah, I really like how vibrant and pretty the colors are. This is a fun coloring book to do, something to quickly finish in between colorings, or you know, the colorings were your bigger colorings and stuff. So again, this is the Stained Glass, Color by Number, Little Witches by Sun Life Drawing. The next book is Fairy and Fantasy Grayscale Coloring Book by Christine Karen. This book was gifted to me by T from T's World of Adult Coloring. So the page I colored is this illustration, which I copied onto cardstock. I colored this illustration for Jen, who is known as Color Me Jen 2018 on Instagram, and her friends were doing a color along to celebrate her, and it was called Color Me Jen, hashtag Color Me Jen. So yeah, so you might have seen this on my Instagram. And yeah, right when I started, you know, I was just inspired to finish it up, and yeah, I just kept on coloring nonstop. So I based her hair and her skin with Limousin markers. The vines were based with Tombow dual tip brush pens. I colored it in with Black Widow colored pencils. The border is colored it in with Paul Rubin pearlescent watercolors, and I also used Nouveau Glitter, the iced mocha color, to do the little speckles all around. But then I also use gold the gold Posca to add on top of the Nouveau glitter. The color I used was Ice Americano. So it's a brown, it's kind of like that color, which I forgot to put a gold on. And yeah, so the gold Posca I used is this one. The size is 1 MR. This is a new supply that I got last month, which you'll again see in my September haul. So yeah, really small tip, really good for fine detailing. And I also use Zig Wink of Stella for her eyelids. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it's for, yeah, for her eyeshadow. But yeah, I'm really happy. It's simple, simplistic, and pretty. I mean, Christine Karen, her illustration is already so beautiful. Just adding a little bit of color and shading just really enhances it. So yeah, so this is my coloring from Fairy and Fantasy Grayscale Coloring Book by Christine Karen. Let's go ahead and put this away in here. The next book is Creative Haven Home Sweet Home Coloring Book by Teresa Goodrich, and I did a page here for a Zoom color along, and this was the page that was chosen to color. And with this, I based it all with Lemon markers. I colored it in with Faber-Castell Polychromos, and then I did again gold Posca to add accents all on the curtains, on the pillows, here too. I think I was supposed to put it on the rug, but I might have forgotten already by that time. And then here's some more accents on the vase for the flower and the mug. But yeah, I really like how this came out. At first, you know, when I had the base on, I showed it to my husband and I asked him what he thought about the colors, and he was all like, yeah, because, you know, if you just put the base with no shading or anything, it just looks unfinished for me, and probably for my husband, the way he was acting. So once I got like all the shadings done, yeah, I really like how it looks. And yeah, so yeah, I remember I wasn't sure how the color was, what the color was going to be for this page. I was just kind of inspired by fall colors, so I started off with like the wall and the floor, and then it looked like it was too dark, so I knew I wanted to just make this couch a lighter shade, like a beige color. And then I just picked a green and just kind of put this green in different areas of the room. I really like how the cat's color, the fur matches the trees, and the daisies match the golden retriever. So yeah, really pretty. Like this one. And Teresa Goodrich liked the like this coloring, so I'm just really happy that she did. So again, this is my coloring from Home Sweet Home Coloring Book by Creative Haven, illustrated by Teresa Goodrich. The next book is Mystery Colors. This is illustrated by Joe Bartos. I did a coloring in here for when I did the review for the Parku dual tip alcohol markers, and the page I did is this one, which is the little kitten trying to snag the flower. And it was nice and quick and barely any streaking. You can see in the back where I stopped and go, like here especially. But yeah, you can see a little bit on this side right here, but it's mostly because I realized that there was more of this blue going all the way down there, so I kind of had to rethink of how I want to color it in. And you know, because it is alcohol markers, it was going to bleed, especially across thin lines, but you know, when you get everything all together, it's barely noticeable. So yeah, really happy with how this page came out with the little kitten. Again, it was for a cat color along on Instagram and also for my color along. So this is the Mystery Colors, Color by Number and Discover the Magic, illustrated by Jo Bartos. The next coloring I want to share with you is from the Coloring Heaven magazine. This is the Fantasy Princesses Special, issue number 61, and it's illustrations by Jashlee Arts. This magazine was picked out to do for a buddy color from with Sandra, who is known as Sandra944 with _ colorful diary on Instagram, and on here on YouTube she's known as Colorful Diary. So the page she picked for us to work on is the Princess Bee. And let me go ahead and pop up her picture on the left hand side. So as you can see, it's like a daylight Princess Bee and then the nighttime Princess Bee. We didn't tell each other what we were doing in our page, so it's a lot of fun to see what we both came up with. And yeah, so I'm just really happy with both of our coloring. So let me go ahead and tell you what I used to color in this page. I did base a lot of it with Lemouche markers, and the background is acrylic paint. It's supposed to be an indigo color, and then I colored in the flowers and the Princess Bee with Kohinoor Polycolor. Her wings is it has Stickles glitter gels, and then the background is also Stickle glitter gel, but a different kind. It has like circles, some turquoise bits in there, some purple bits, some gold bits in there, but a lot of silver glitter. And I was actually supposed to use the Mod Podge Mega Glitter, but I accidentally picked up the Stickles glitter gel. I was trying to multitask while doing an NFL draft and then glittering up this page, but you know, it is what it is. I'm gonna just be happy with it. It's gonna be my most glitterific page. I call it my glittery pollen page, but most of all, I've had a lot of fun coloring this in, and yeah, really happy with this page. So again, this is the Princess Bee from Coloring Heaven Fantasy Princess Special, illustrated by Jashlee Arts. And thank you so much, Sandra, for doing the buddy color with me. Can't wait to finish our next one. So yeah, so that's it. The next one is Supernatural Dots, Lines, Spirals by Philip Coron, 2019. So this is another new book that I got last month, and you'll see again in my September haul. I was inspired to get this from Shelly, whose YouTube channel is the Stitching Colorist Shelly Lewis. And if you've seen my Instagram, you know what I did to the first page, and I did a second page to redeem myself. So let me go ahead and show you my first page, which is this one, which is supposed to be Dean smiling. I know. I think I was so excited to get started on it. Instead of starting at the end, I started from the middle, and I chose the wrong line to color in. But, you know, I was tempted, just a little bit, to rip it out and just forget it ever happened. But, you know, it made me smile and laugh, and I decided to just go ahead and post it because, you know, if it made me laugh, I'm sure it'd make someone else laugh, and if they saw it, if it makes them feel good, you know, just for a little bit, make them laugh, you know, I'm happy. So, yeah, this is my mistake page, and hopefully I learned from it. So the second page I did, hopefully, yeah, I redeemed myself. And again, it's Dean. It looks really good on the camera, but you know, when I look at it without it, kind of hurts my eyes. So yeah, so here's Dean, nice and pretty. Not looking kind of scary on this one. So yeah, so those are my two colorings in Supernatural Dots Lines Spirals by Philip Coron. The next book is Enchanted Forest. So I don't have the cover because as I was coloring it, I didn't want to mess up the cover. So the page I colored in here was for the Zoom Buddy color, and I colored this page again with no background, so I used it for the no background color along by Eclair 50, and I colored this with just Holbeins, and the challenge was to use 3 colors and no green. So the colors I used were brown, yellow, and reds, and then the spectrum of reds. So there, of course, you're going to see a little bit of pink when I put the yellow. I did use black to darken up this area, but that's pretty much it. The thing I forgot to color was the nails, but I was like, oh, maybe he has just white nails, just leave it like that. So I just left it as is, and yeah, really fun coloring. The whole bine's colored beautifully in this book. I don't know if you see how I colored before. So this is Enchanted, I keep forgetting, Enchanted Forest is one of my first books from 2015. I remembered I got my first set of Prismacolor. It was the 40 set, and I wanted to, 40 or 48 set, I can't remember, but I wanted to use all the colors in just this page. So this is my first coloring in this book. It's a big difference from how I color the hedgehog, but yeah, so this is my first coloring in a Johanna Basford book, and I think this is my second one. So it's like fall colors. But yeah, so this is Enchanted Forest by Johanna Basford. My last completed page is from Nocturne's Anastasia Ellie called Riva, and it was a buddy color with T from T's World of Adult Coloring, and the page we decided to do is this one. And so this illustration actually just didn't have anything in the background. It was just a beautiful woman and of her sitting in the chair, and so the background is all done with colored pencils. Actually, the pastel sunset was first done with soft pastels, but it wasn't as bright. I have too much light right now, but it wasn't as bright, so I used the Pablos to color it in a little bit more. And then what did I use? I used Touch New markers and Limousin markers, and also the Tombow dual brush markers for her hair. Then she was colored in with the Caran d'Ache Pablos. The beads were all Caran d'Ache Pablos too, I believe. Yeah, I didn't color it in. So yeah, I really love how she came out. I did take my time with her. We were working on her for several months, I think since maybe May, April or May. And yeah, I kept deciding if I should add more or anything, and just putting this coloring off to the side a little bit and then coming back. But yeah, overall I'm very happy with her skin, the way the jewelry looks. I don't know, I feel like I should have maybe made the background here a little bit darker, but that's okay. It's done. So I made turquoise jewelry. So I'm planning to do a video of how I colored turquoise jewelry soon, hopefully this month when I have time. Just I have a list of videos that I'm trying to get done already, like in the beginning of the month. So it's one of the videos that I really want to have done this month. So yeah, look out for that one. And yeah, so that's it for my completed colorings. Let me go ahead and put this aside. Let me go ahead and share with you the whips that I have for next month. Not next month, I meant for this month. So for October, I already have whips. So one of them is from the Disney Grand Classique, Carré Mystère. This is by Hatchet Heroes. And the page I'm coloring, my youngest son Mason picked. And you can tell by the face that it's going to be Lilo and Stitch. So this one's, the colors, when I picked it out, it was between 3 different sets. So I have the Tombow dual brush markers, I have the Staedtler dual-ended markers, and then also Crayola marker. So yeah, can't wait to see if I picked the right blues. So we'll find out at the end of the month, or if you see it in my Instagram. So this is one of my whips, and the other whip I have is from Momo Girl. This is the girl with music, and the page I am coloring is a buddy color with Courtney, who's also known as Color Me Spiffy on Instagram. I just did the background for now. It's all Prismacolor pencil, so after laying it down, I went back over it with the colorless blender to smooth it out. And then yeah, I'm going to be continuing with her. Should be done by the end of the month, hopefully. I think we will. So yeah, so that is my whips going into October. And yeah, so that is it. You know, I hope you guys enjoyed seeing what I have colored for August. I want to thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. So until next time, please take care out there, keep safe and stay healthy. I'm sending you all love and hugs. Have lots of fun and happy colorings. Bye bye.